Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Jan in Fontainebleau, France, here in my garden. I'm building up this channel as an alternative to the other site that you may have found me on, where I am viral. I went viral in April on that site, just a few weeks into having launched it. And I'm wanting to do deeper dives than I can on that other page. And I'm also going to start doing a live stream on this page. And the idea is that people can just jump on it at any time that they want to. They don't have to even watch it live. It'll be recorded as well. And they'll be able to get a flavor of my week. I'll do a little bitching and moaning, and it's not a piece of cake living over here in France. It's well, there's quite a bit of cake. It's quite good cake, I might add. But it's not easy. But the weekly broadcast, will allow me to do those deeper dives, bitch and moan a little about my week, and tap further into the creative juices that are just flowing since having moved over here in 2024 to France. A lot of reels in here for you to catch up if you're from the other site. I'm grateful for the other site, and it's a lot of fun, and it's really, really, really started to rejuvenate me in ways that I never expected. When I moved over here, I'd hoped to be revitalized, but I didn't at all anticipate that I would be doing anything on social media and that I would end up building a business around it. I thought I had moved over here to retire. So again, Thursday nights, starting at midnight, I'm a night owl, and it'll be midnight Paris time, and I'm calling the broadcasts Midnight in Fontainebleau, because I live in Fontainebleau. Sorry, my elbow is on my chair and it keeps rolling over. That's the other thing about this channel. I don't have to be performing. I can actually be a human being over here, and I like being a human being. So I'll give you the genesis story here of what I do, what I'm doing here for this business that I'm building. And there are reels on this, but I'm doing it in this one again. In February of this year, between hip surgeries, and there's a lot of info in here for you on that. I've had 2 hip surgeries here in France, hip replacements. And my son, who's a specimen athlete, he has had 2 surgeries here too. So, and he's 23. So it's not just a function of age. And when I say I have reels in here on that, it has preoccupied me, my medical journey here in France. But I'm sitting in the garden in February of this year, and I'm about to have my second hip replacement in March, with the first one having been last September. And all of a sudden it comes to me like, I get inspired, and it comes to me that I have a message, and I start talking to myself, and I say, you know what? You have a message. You have a message of resilience, courage, hope, and going for it. Going for it. And you need to share that and build a business around it. So I thought of this thing where I could talk with people one-on-one about what my move has been like and how it might work for them to move to France and live over here. And I paid an immigration attorney a lot of money, and I would not do this move without that. And I paid a relocation expert real estate expert a lot of money. And I would not do this without possibly talking with her as well. I'm grateful for having talked with them both. But I would have loved to have talked with someone who had actually walked the path. And so I thought, and not a big fee. So I thought more and more, and I built the business up in my head. And then I thought, well, how am I going to find clients? I'm in France and they're in the United States. It's turned out they're in North America. I'm talking with people from Canada and Mexico and throughout the United States. Actually, I'm pointing kind of towards England. I'm talking with people in the UK even. Very surprising. And I thought, how are you going to find your clients? And then I thought, well, try Instagram. I had a personal page. I knew it was fun to do reels also. So I started putting together in private mode on Instagram a page and stacking in a lot of reels because I knew that I wanted to have a base before I went public because I would probably get pretty busy, and it's been true. And oh God, then we got involved in the Middle East, and I have so much to say around that. And that just flipped everything for so many people. So now I'm talking to a lot more people than I thought I would originally. I'll keep going. I'm sorry. So I opened the page up on March 19, and we went viral quickly. But the bummer part of that is because of that, my reels go out to such a wide range of people. And you can't tell from looking at the counts and some of the other statistics that are available to you. Creators have exhaustive statistics, and my reels, I drop a reel and it goes. It just takes off. And that's good for vanity, but it's not good for trying to build up a business because I'm trying to reach my people. My people have an interest in the information. They want to sit down and actually listen to someone, and that's what this channel can do. My people don't just want 30-second clips. My people want the info from someone who's really done it. And again, not an expert, not a consultant, not a guru or a mentor or a coach. Just a woman who's maybe a little above average in some areas, who's doing an very much above average thing. I'm not sitting there and taking it in the United States. I'm not mortgaging my future. I'm not worrying about outliving my money. I'm definitely now not worrying about the health insurance and medical systems over in the United States, and have firsthand experience with how great it is over here in France. And I believe the French government has done good math. An American moving over here, whether relocating for retirement, like I thought I was, or relocating just to start a new life, is probably bringing in much more money overall to the economy than extracting from the economy. I believe that's true. I haven't researched this, but I have to think it's true. What I do know for sure, personally, is that I'm spending a fraction of what I did to live in the United States. To be fair, I moved from Carmel, California, not exactly a bastion of low expenses. But I'm living even better than I did in Carmel. And I'd say easily for a third of the cost. And again, when I go to bed at night, eventually, like around 2 or 3 in the morning, the things that I'm thinking about are not what happens if I get a catastrophic illness. What happens if I can't afford my house? What happens? I'm not in that what happens place anymore. I know that I'm in a much gentler way to live, and I know that I'm healthier. And I keep saying this, but it's true. I believe I have added years to my life and life to my years. And what I thought was going to happen didn't happen, and much better things have happened. So again, welcome to my channel. If you want to know more about what I offer people, aside from all the reels and info here, I'm really quite a transparent person in terms of letting people be self-service if they want to. There are a lot of reels here for that. But if you want to actually find out more about talking with me, either one-on-one or with a Zoom group meeting, go to the link in my bio. And again, maybe you'll tune in sometime for our Thursday night live streams here. If you're noting a little bit of sadness, it's been a really hard transition here to France because of housing not having worked out, because of becoming crippled from osteonecrosis. Now I'm on the mend. And it's sad for me to think about everything that had to happen in my life to get here and what I see happening in the United States now. And thank you for being here. A bientôt from Fontainebleau, France.